Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
This filing actually came out of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson's camp. It had to do with the individual defendants portion of the case. The individual defendants portion of the case is actually running parallel to the Ripple case. They have to essentially do with the same issue. Is XRP a security or not? But this case is really broken into Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse and then Ripple. At the end of the day, it's all fighting about the same thing, and the SEC is just trying to delay this entire process any way they can. They don't have any new evidence to the table, so for them, the only weapon they have is to delay. But with that said, let's open it up. And I really like the way this document was written. It was straightforward, in plain English, and straight to the point. So let's read it. The SEC has delayed resolution of this case long enough. The individual defendants have affirmed their willingness to forego additional discovery after filing their answers in the interest of moving this case forward. So this is pretty important. One of the claims the SEC was trying to make, they were trying to say, oh, it doesn't really hurt anyone if we just delay this a little longer, because Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, they can get more evidence too. This doesn't only favor the SEC. All parties can look to bring more evidence to the table, so it shouldn't really affect anyone if we just make the discovery phase, like I said, for this portion of the case, not the Ripple portion of the case, just make it a little longer. Well, the Ripple lawyers are saying, no way. We know our clients are innocent. We have brought so much evidence to the table that proves that in no way were our clients ever given fair notice that XRP would one day be called a security by the SEC. The SEC's own guidelines for what a security even is fundamentally says XRP is not a security. And on top of that, our clients went through the extra effort to get separate law firm opinions on the status of XRP that all said it's not a security. On top of that, multiple members of the SEC had come out to Ripple and the individual defendants and said XRP was not a security. So we don't need more discovery. Only the SEC needs more discovery, so we're going to completely say we don't need this at all. We want to move this case forward, and we think that the SEC is only doing this to benefit themselves. Now, they keep going and they say the SEC has refused to commit to any schedule until after it reviews the individual defendants' answers. But even if the SEC was permitted to take discovery of the individual defendants and the individual defendants were to reciprocate, discovery has closed with respect to Ripple. So this is huge. They're just pointing out, look, this has to do with the individual defendants. So even if the SEC was granted, we are not opening up discovery again for Ripple. There is no way that's happening. That has closed, so if the SEC wants to try to drag out another portion of this case, which they shouldn't be allowed to, we want to make it clear. The portion of this case having to do with Ripple is done. It's closed, or the discovery period is done with. They then go on to say, nothing should further delay Ripple from moving for summary judgment and demonstrating to the court that XRP is not a security. So here we get the first glimpse of Ripple's strategy going forward. They want to move to summary judgment ASAP. Summary judgment is essentially where the court can essentially make rulings on the most important issues regarding this case. Ripple wants to get to this point ASAP. There's been speculation that certain parties might want to go to trial. Well, it looks like we just got a clear answer from Ripple. They want to go to summary judgment, and next, after this, I'm going to show you guys exactly when we should expect summary judgment to take place and whether or not we will see a settlement beforehand. I also like the next part when they say demonstrating to the court that XRP is not a security. This was kind of just like an extra jab at the SEC. They're saying, look, it is obvious XRP is not a security, and we're going to show that in summary judgment. I love the confidence here. It was just a very well said, super straight to the point, and really just hits the SEC pretty hard here. I just really like this motion out of Ripple. Now, let's take a look of when we can expect summary judgment to take place and whether or not we can expect to see a settlement before or after summary judgment. So Jeremy Hogan tweets out, and this actually had to do with another filing, or the filing that the SEC put in to further delay the case. And I think you can see right here that the SEC is very scared of summary judgment. That's because they haven't brought any new evidence to this case in a very long time. The SEC has been playing defense on a case that they brought, which is so ironic. They should be on the offense, yet they are constantly defending attacks from Ripple, and that's why they're looking to delay. They have been so busy being on defense, they haven't gotten any opportunities to bring any decent points to the court. Therefore, they want to delay summary judgment because I think if they went there right now, they would get their butts kicked by the court. So the SEC is requesting an extension, of course, but look at footnote 2. Ripple is suggesting that initial summary judgment briefs be filed by May. The SEC is, of course, saying that is too soon because they don't have any evidence. They've been playing this entire case on defense, and the SEC is now looking at Ripple saying, we want summary judgment in May. We want the court to hash out all these issues once and for all. And the SEC is saying, oh boy, we're not ready for that. But the most important part is Jeremy Hogan saying the end game is in sight. And that's what I took from this that is most important. May is not bad at all. We have been in this case forever. So if it comes to May, and if that's the timeline right now for the parties starting to file their initial summary judgment motions, that would be huge because that would mean we are very close to this thing wrapping up. And we know that in summary judgment, the court would really hit on the biggest issues, and Jeremy Hogan has said before that he believes this is where it would be decided whether or not XRP is a security or not. At this point, I don't think there's any way XRP is declared, or the XRP now is declared a security. I think that's long gone. At this point, it's going to come down to what disclosures Ripple has to do. But either way, this is huge because this gives us a date we can look forward to. And if we scroll down here, we can see, generally speaking, the settlement most likely after discovery is closed and before summary judgment briefs are filed. We are not quite finished with discovery yet, but almost, and summary judgment briefs will be filed in May or June. So after May or June, it's very likely that the court takes a month or two to really take a look at the summary judgment briefs and make a final decision. So it looks like at the end of the summer or early fall, if it goes to summary judgment, that is when this would be hashed out. But it's also important to take a look at that the fact that if these Hinman emails are turned over, then we are very likely to see a settlement before summary judgment, because if those are turned over, then going to summary judgment for the SEC is essentially just, it's throwing out the entire case. The court has seen everything, and the SEC hasn't brought any convincing evidence to the table. So what would be the point in them going to the court and the court just unanimously declaring a win for Ripple? It would make a lot more sense if they could just settle the case behind closed doors with Ripple, and then that way they don't create a precedent for other crypto projects to essentially use Ripple's playbook and wreck the SEC in court. That's the last thing they want to do. We know Ripple's a good company. We know that there are a lot of sketchy companies in the crypto industry. So the SEC is not going to throw out all their power going forward just to take a loss they already know they're going to have to take to Ripple. So if there is a settlement and more evidence and the final piece of evidence go to Ripple's side, then it looks like in the next coming months, it looks like at the end of May and all through April, we are going to see some heavy settlement talks between Ripple and the SEC. I believe we will likely see this case end in a settlement. 95% of cases settle. I do not believe this case will be the exception. Who knows? It seems like a lot of this has been the exception, or maybe even at this point, Ripple says, we don't want to settle with the SEC. At this point, we want to just finish them off. Just completely put them in the dirt, help out all the other crypto projects. I honestly do not think this is the case.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.